Donald Trump's new tariffs on Canada, a prelude to an economic war? In 2025, Donald Trump, under his reinforced America First agenda, announced new tariffs targeting key Canadian imports. These protectionist measures, aimed at sectors like hydroelectricity, lumber, and manufacturing, have immediately strained relations between the two neighboring countries. The announced tariffs. One of the most significant measures involves new tariffs on electricity imported from Canada. Canadian provinces, especially Quebec, export a substantial portion of their hydroelectric production to the United States, particularly to northeastern states. These tariffs could increase energy costs for American consumers and jeopardize long-term contracts between the two nations. Trump also announced increased duties on Canadian softwood lumber. Canada, the largest supplier of lumber to the United States, plays a crucial role in the American construction industry. While the administration justifies this as a move to protect American timber producers, it could drive up the cost of building materials, affecting housing affordability and construction projects. The tariffs also extend to Canadian manufactured goods such as steel, aluminum, and certain agricultural products. These sectors, which had already faced trade tensions during Trump's first term, are once again at the center of economic disputes. Canada's response. In response to the tariffs, Canada has voiced strong opposition. The Canadian Prime Minister condemned the measures as unfair, unwarranted, and counterproductive. Ottawa has pledged retaliatory actions, including tariffs on U.S. exports to Canada, such as agricultural goods, consumer products, and technology. The Canadian government is also exploring ways to reduce its reliance on the U.S. market, including diversifying its hydroelectricity exports to other regions and seeking alternative markets for lumber. Additionally, Canada has hinted at limiting hydroelectric exports to the U.S., a move that could affect millions of American households, particularly in New England. Potential consequences of an economic war. The tariffs on Canadian imports will inevitably increase prices for American consumers, whether it's for electricity, lumber, or everyday goods. Similarly, Canada's retaliatory measures could hurt American farmers and manufacturers who depend on the Canadian market. An economic war between the two countries could disrupt deeply integrated supply chains. For instance, the automotive industry, which relies on a steady flow of parts between the US and Canada, could face delays and increased costs. These tariffs exacerbate tensions between Washington and Ottawa, threatening bilateral cooperation on critical issues such as trade, energy, and security. Furthermore, they could undermine the United States-Mexico-Canada Agreement, USMCA, designed to modernize trade in North America. Tariffs on hydroelectricity might discourage the use of clean and renewable energy sources in favor of more polluting alternatives. This could hinder both nations' efforts to reduce greenhouse gas emissions amid escalating climate challenges. A high-stakes standoff. Donald Trump's decision to target Canadian imports reflects his desire to bolster domestic production, but it risks igniting an economic war with unpredictable consequences. While the two nations share one of the world's most significant trading relationships, this crisis could weaken both economies and test the resilience of their historic partnership. For now, analysts predict that the confrontation may escalate if no resolution is found. However, the question remains, can two such interdependent nations afford a prolonged economic conflict?